Here's a quick video lesson, and it's really a lesson from Kit Woolsey that I'm just passing on to you. This past weekend, I had the pleasure of spending quite a bit of time with Kit. We talked about a lot of things, and I learned quite a bit from Kit. And actually, as he'll tell you, he learned a few new things from me, so a few new formulas and shortcuts and some concepts about analyzing positions in cubes that we've been working on. When I say we, my students and I and my teaching partners have come up with some very, very new ideas and concepts that are really helpful. And I appreciate Kit's input and blessing of a couple of them. And we will be covering those in future lessons. In the meantime, I'm always learning from Kit as well. So here's a position that another very fine player brought to our attention, Tuvia Felt, a really up-and-coming star from Memphis, Tennessee, who was at the tournament and brought this over to Kit and I when we were sitting and talking about some other positions. Let's say that red rolls an opening 6-5, and he runs. And blue rolls a 4-1 in slots, which, by the way, is close. He could, let's just look at this at a normal match score or for money. The 4-1 could be played pretty closely either way, but he chose the slot, which I kind of like that play. It's an action play and a good play. Now, one of the reasons I like this play is when red rolls a 2-2, how do you play it here? And this was Tuvia's question. Obviously, you have to hit. You can't let him make his 5-point. So you're going to hit here. The only real question then is, do you hit the second checker or do you make the 4-point? Why don't you think about it? And I must tell you that I honestly wasn't sure when I first looked at this, but after hearing Kit's explanation of it, which I'll give you, it became pretty clear what the right play is. Okay, so you're going to hit this checker with 2, because you're never going to let him make his 5-point, and hitting is very important in the early part of the game, especially since, as my quote of the day of today is from Kit Woolsey, that every game is essentially a race. This is a great way to get ahead in the race. You've already rolled a 6-5, and you can really move farther ahead in the race by hitting, and you don't want him to make his 5-point. Where's the other 2? The answer is, well, hit twice. No. That's the answer that lots of people came up with, and I seriously considered. The right play is to make the point. Why? Let's take a look at what happens from this position. First of all, you do get lucky sometimes and he doesn't come in. But when you have 2 innerboard points, when you're in a hitting game, you'd rather have more innerboard points than your opponent, and this creates more innerboard points. And even if he doesn't dance by rolling 6-6, 4-4, or 6-4, again, only 4 numbers, if he does roll a 6 or a 4, he cannot use that number. He has to use the other number to come in. So he's got some ugly rolls if he rolls 6s and 4s. Now, of course, 4s can hit you here. The 6s are not very good. If he rolls a 1-6, 2-6, picture those rolls and how ugly that is. There's another reason that Kit thought that this play was pretty obvious for him. And I love the way he put it. Where do these checkers want to be? They're whispering to you. I think Paul McGrill talked about that in one of his articles about he actually hears the checkers talking to them. And it's saying, I don't want to be stacked up on this point. I want to be here. I want to make a point, especially when my opponent is on the bar and I can hit him. Where do the checkers want to be? You've got the stack at the beginning of the game. Of course, you would love to unstack here as well, but this doesn't do anything really productive when he's got a checker up on the bar. So it's not even close how you play the 2-2. It would be a blunder to hit 2. Very major error. You win the game more, you win more. Gammons really are about the same, which that was one other thing I brought up to Kit. I said, gee, I would have thought that if you were in a situation where you want to win more gammons, let's take gammon go. I just hit the G button for gammon go, where it's important to win more gammons. Look at this. You don't even win more gammons by hitting another checker. Why? Because he's going to anchor so easily. He's going to make points so easily. He's going to get into a nice back game so easily. Making points in your board is also going to add not only to your wins, but add to your gammons as well. So where do the checkers want to be? Have them talk to you too. They'll start talking to you the more you study, the more you'll hear them talk, the more they'll hear them tell you where they want to be. So put the checkers where they want to be. That's Kit's approach, and we can do well listening to Kit in just about any situation. Thanks for watching. This is one of over 200 videos that I have prepared for the Facebook site and the website for USBGF. If you join the USBGF, you can watch all the other 200 videos, all short videos with instructions like this, and many of them with other expert commentators, some of the best players in the world, including Kit, who have helped me put these videos together. It's worth the price of membership alone, a lot of people will tell you, but there's tremendous other benefits. Please join the USBGF. About a third of our members aren't even U.S. citizens. They're from all over the world because the benefits are so good and the tournaments that we hold and so on. So please consider joining. Go to our website. There's all kinds of little links you can click on this Facebook page. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.